Hi, for today's video, we'll talk about Pearson's product moment correlation coefficient. That's kayo yung title now. Okay, this is used to measure the linear relationship between two variables that are normally distributed. It is denoted by R. Now, to find the Pearson product moment correlation coefficient, we do the following. First, given the data in tabular form, add three columns to find the x squared, and the y squared. Number two, find the value of the following: the summation of x, the summation of y, the summation of xy, the summation of x squared, and the summation of y squared. Then third, find the coefficient of the correlation using the formula below. Fourth, interpret the result using the table of interpretation. And then fifth, test the significance using students' t-test. Okay. So, buhato na to na tanan. Chill lang. Rules for making decision based on computed value. If the computed value is greater than the tabular, reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there is significant correlation between the two variables. But if the computed value is less than the tabular, do not reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there is no significant correlation between the two variables. Now, say we have this example. A study was conducted at City of Panabo to determine if the list analyst scores have influenced the verbal imagery scores. The data of the 10 respondents is shown below. Uh, is shown. So, eto siya, ang gagamitin natin. Who list analyst is the X variable, and then the verbal imagery is the Y variable. For the step 1, you are to add 3 columns for xy, for x squared, and for the y squared. Now, paano siya na-solve? Ang nangyari dito sa xy ay simply multiplied 24 times 29, and the answer is 696. For x squared naman, dito sa first natin, we have 24 times 24 equals 576. And then for the y squared, you have 29 times 29 equals 841. Same process ang gagawin at until sa last one. Now, sa last last row, this is the rows for the total of each column. That is the total. Now, the total for XY is 5,098. For x squared, that is 4,811. And for the y squared, we have 5,605. So, proceed tayo sa next step. Now, for step 2, you are to write down the totals, the summation of for each column sa step 1 natin. So, 'di ba kanina nakuha na natin yung mga total in each column. So, mas madali na siya. For the summation of x, we have 217. Summation of y, that is 233. Summation of xy, 5,098. Summation of x squared equals 4,811. Summation of y squared is 5,605. Now, for the third step, we are to use the formula na to solve for the r. Now, the formula is given by that one. So, substitute mo lang siya. Ang n natin, or n is 10. Tapos, the summation of xy is 5,098. Then, the summation of x is 217. Summation of y, 233. Now, um, then afterwards, you simplify that one up until you have the value of r equals 0.31. Now, if you have a calculator na pwede siya diretso na mag-solve kay ani, mas better. Pero if wala, you must solve it slowly but surely. Following the PEMDAS para dili ka mag-error sa final answer nimo. Now, for the interpretation, since ang value sa R natin is 0.31 and 0.31 is here, kani siya na belong. Dira ang interval. And so for the interpretation, we say that there is a weak positive correlation. So weak positive correlation between the wholest analyst scores and the verbal imagery scores. That's the interpretation. Okay na siya. Now for the step 5, test for the significance using the student's t-test. So substitute mo pa rin yung mga given. Alam na natin that the value of R is 0.31, the value of N is 10, and then hanggang sa masolve mo siya, the value is 0.922. Now, what does 0.922 mean? That means na, so for the conclusion, um, T sub the computed value. Ang computed value natin is 0.922. We get the absolute value of that one. That is 0.922. Now, for the tabular value natin for this given is 2.228. Now, since um, 0.922 is less than 2.228, do not reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there is no significant correlation between the wholest analyst and the verbal imagery score. It simply means na hindi ibig sabihin na tataas yung wholest analyst scores mo, tataas din ang verbal imagery scores. No significant correlation pa siya. So, ayan. And that's it for this video. And finding the value of for the correlation using the Pearson product moment correlation coefficient. So thank you so much and have a great day, everyone.